time for Straight Talk with TT. Where you send in your questions and TT will answer them.
Okay. All right. Now, as you know, this is one of my favorite segments, and I never look at the questions before the show. So, Amanda, you have to read me what our viewers have sent in for me to honestly ask you, honestly answer your questions that you have asked of me.
I'm excited.
Right, let's go.
All right. My mother and I disagree about my parenting choices, and she won't stop nagging me about doing things her way. How do I get her to stop?
Okay, well, here's what I also believe, that you should listen to your mother about parenting advice.
Right.
But then, my friend, you need to do your own. Take it on board, always take advice, but then decide what it is that you want to take from each person that gives you that advice. Do you think that's...
No, I think that's good. I mean, I think everybody has their own style.
Yeah. And if she keeps annoying you, tell her to nick off.
Tell her to get off.
But just remember, when you tell her to nick off, she's not going to babysit for free anymore.
That's
Okay.
true.
What's
That's
the next
true.
one?
Number 2, my husband cheated on me, but I still love him. Should I try to save the relationship?
You know what? Here's the thing, everyone. You know, you've heard me say on the show at home before, if the cooking's good at home, the man doesn't go out for takeout. But let me tell you, men cheat, all right? And I think there is a reason why they do. And I'm not blaming, and I want to say this, I'm not blaming the woman for that in the house, okay? Because it's not always the woman's fault. Sometimes men just get it all a bit wrong, you know?
People make mistakes.
And people do make mistakes. And I also think that if you are in love with him, my friend, that go to counselling. Because if it was just a one-off, I'm okay with that. I would go into counselling. But if it was an affair that went on for several months and continues, then you have a bit of a problem. But I personally think you should go and deal with it with a counsellor, an outside point of view, to navigate those waters. And here's something else. If you do decide to take on that divorce, guess what? It's good to have the counsellor to guide you, Amanda. That's the way I feel. That's my advice.
There you go.
Next.
There you go. My teenagers,
Oh, Lord.
let me tell you, okay, my teenagers are spending way too much time in front of screens, whether it's their computers or iPhones. I understand that homework is one thing, but I'm talking about video games. What's the best way to start a conversation of limiting the time with their screens?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. My friend, right now, you've heard me talk about her on the show. This is really interesting. Kathy, she used to work with me in Utah, has a grandson. I think he's 13 or 14, everyone, playing that Fortnite game.
Yep,
has been addicted now to the point where his father tried to stop him playing the game one day and he threw him up against the wall. Okay, this is what's scary about this. So what they did, and I'm going to give you their advice because I don't have children, they limited the time. 1 hour a day on the game, and they have these little automatic switch-offs that you can get on an app, and 2 hours on the weekend. I think that's the best advice I can give you, considering I don't have children, but I probably spend about an hour a day on my social media as well. Oh, do you think more?
Well, I mean, do you have that screen calculator now? You know the screen time?
Yeah, but I don't think it's right.
You don't think it's right?
It says I'm on way too much.